26F, grad student, sociology major. My pronouns are on my Insta bio, you get the picture. My entire world is an echo chamber of recycled academic jargon. Patriarchy, toxic masculinity, male privilege, blah blah blah. My friends, Brenda and Chloe, are the high priestesses of this cult. We sit around drinking overpriced oat milk lattes and talk about how men are trash. It's our favorite pastime, right after thrift shopping for clothes we'll wear once. One Tuesday, Brenda is fuming. Some guy on Hinge had the audacity to ask her what she brings to the table. The absolute horror. Chloe is nodding. They literally just want a bang maid they don't have to pay. I chime in, dating for men is life on easy mode. They just swipe right on everything and wait for some desperate girl to reply. Brenda says, exactly. They face zero rejection. They hold all the cards. We have to be perfect. They just have to be present. A thought percolates in my gender studies-addled brain. An evil, brilliant, blog post-generating thought. Girls, I announce, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to create a male dating profile. I'll document how pathetically easy it is. It'll be the ultimate exposé on male privilege in modern dating. Brenda and Chloe look at me like I'm Simone de Beauvoir reincarnated. We decide on the perfect subject. We call him Adam, not chatty enough to be intimidating, not nerdy enough to be an incel. Just Adam, the blank slate of mediocre manhood. Part 1. Operation Adam begins. We spend an hour looking for stock photos. Settle on a guy who is a solid 6 out of 10. Brown hair, kind eyes, slightly goofy smile. Not model tier, just a dude. Height, 5 feet 11 inches. We figure this is the median lie for a 5 foot 9 inch guy. Honesty, but with market awareness. Job, graphic designer. Creative, but not a starving artist. Stable. Bio. This is where I pour my genius. I craft what I believe is the perfect male bio, the kind of thing my friends and I claim we want. Adam, 28 ENFP. I'll probably fall for your dog first. Passionate about sustainable design, social justice, and finding the best ramen spot in the city. Feminist, ally, and a great listener. Looking for a genuine connection. It's perfect. A masterpiece of non-threatening, emotionally available masculinity. Chloe claps. Wow. I'd swipe right. We all agree. Adam is a catch. He's going to be drowning in matches. I set the radius to 20 miles and lean back, ready for the floodgates to open. I'm already drafting the title for my article. I posed as a man on Tinder for 24 hours and got 100 plus matches. What this says about privilege. A day passes. 0 matches. Not a single one. The app must be bugged, I tell Brenda. She agrees. Yeah, the algorithm is probably suppressing you. Classic tech bro misogyny. 3 days pass, 2 matches. One is a bot with a link to a cam site. The other is a woman named Crystal, who looks like she's been filtered into the uncanny valley. I open with a witty, engaging line I would love to receive. Hey, Crystal, your profile says you love hiking. I see you summited Mount Baldy. That's impressive. How was it? Her reply. 6 hours later. LOLK. K. I try to salvage it. Haha, well, just thought it was cool. Got any other big hikes planned? No reply. She unmatches me the next day. A week passes. Total matches, 5. 2 were the aforementioned bots/scammers. 1 was Crystal. 1 unmatches me immediately after matching. A phantom match. The last one, a girl named Jess, I managed to start a conversation with. Me. Hey Jess, I'm Adam. Your taste in music is immaculate. A+ for the Tame Impala mention. Jess. THX. Me. Are you going to see them if they tour next year? Jess. Maybe. Me. Cool. Well, I'd be down to go if you wanted some company. Anyway, what are you up to this weekend? Jess. Chillin'. This is like trying to play tennis with a wet sponge. I'm carrying the entire conversation. I'm the jester, the interviewer, the entertainer. I feel exhausted, and it's only been one conversation. I screenshot the chat and send it to Brenda and Chloe. Their response? Lil Mayo, she's probably just busy. Girls have lives. You're being too needy. Classic man. Needy? I was just trying to have a conversation. My grand exposé is turning into a diary of digital despair. Part 2, the pivot to primate. I'm frustrated. My thesis is in shambles. I complain to my friends. This isn't working. Adam the ally is a failure. Chloe sips her latte. It's because you're being too nice. You're giving beta energy. Women want a man who is a challenge. An alpha. Brenda nods sagely. She's right. You need to be more dominant. Cocky. A little bit of an asshole, even. This is the exact opposite of everything they claim to hate. The cognitive dissonance is staggering, but I'm desperate for data. Fine, I'll play the game. I delete Adam's profile. I create Jax. Stock photo is now a guy who's maybe a 7.5 out of 10. Faint stubble, smirking at the camera. He looks like he owns a boat, or at least has a friend who owns a boat. One picture is him on a motorcycle. Another is him laughing with friends at a bar. Height, 6 feet 2 inches. No more fucking around. Job, entrepreneur. Vague implies wealth and ambition. Bio. I grit my teeth and channel my inner douchebag. Jax, 29. 6 feet 2 inches since you're going to ask anyway. I like whiskey, my dog, and women who don't take themselves too seriously. Looking for a partner in crime. Your dad will hate me. I feel disgusting typing it. This is everything I despise. I hit save. The matches start rolling in within the hour. 10, 20, 50. By the end of the day, I have over 80 matches. I show Brenda and Chloe. They're ecstatic. See? We told you, Chloe exclaims. Men are such simple creatures. They just have to be tall and confident. I don't feel vindicated. I feel sick. But this is for science. Part 3. Welcome to the Thunderdome. So now I have matches. This is where the easy part starts, right? Wrong. So wrong. It's just a different kind of hell. The one-word replies are still there. Hey, sup, hi. It's like a morgue of dead-end greetings. I realize the opening line is entirely my responsibility. The burden of initiation is 100% on Jax. I try being cocky and funny like the bio. So, aside from being ridiculously cute, what do you do for fun? Some girls like it. Some call me a pig and unmatch. It's a total crapshoot. I get a list of demands disguised as a profile bio. Don't waste my time if you're under 6 feet 3 inches, don't vote Republican, have a stable career, 6 figures plus, and can hold a conversation. I'm tired of carrying the conversation. The irony is a physical force. I match with a girl whose entire profile is her Amazon wish list. I talk to a girl for 3 days. Good banter, funny gifs. We seem to be clicking. I ask her out for drinks. Perfect. Can we go to the Gilded Lily? Their cocktails are amazing. I Google the place. The cocktails are $25 each. She wants a free night out at a fancy bar. I test my theory. Sure. Or we could check out this cool little dive bar I know. They have live music. She unmatches me instantly. I spend hours a day swiping and trying to start conversations. It's a numbers game. A brutal, soul-crushing numbers game. For every 50 swipes, I get maybe 10 matches. For every 10 matches, I get 3 replies. For every 3 replies, one will turn into a conversation that lasts more than a day. To get one date would require sifting through hundreds, maybe thousands of profiles. It's a full-time job, a job that pays in rejection and self-doubt. I'm starting to understand why men ghost. It's a survival mechanism. You can't possibly give a polite, detailed rejection to the dozens of dead-end conversations you have every week. You'd go insane. I'm starting to understand why they send dick pics. It's a stupid, brutish shortcut. A desperate attempt to cut through the noise and get a definitive yes or no instead of the slow, agonizing death of LOLK. I don't condone it, but for the first time, I see the despair it's born from. Part 4. The Red Pill Buffet. My experiment isn't proving what I wanted it to. I need more intel. I need to understand the male psyche. As Jax, I join a few subreddits, a few Discord servers for men. I lurk, a digital anthropologist in a foreign land, and I read stories that make my blood run cold. A guy talking about his divorce. He was the sole provider for 15 years. His wife cheated on him. In the divorce, she got the house, the kids, 60% of his income in alimony and child support. He now lives in a tiny apartment and sees his kids every other weekend. He pays for a house he's not allowed in, for a woman who betrayed him, and his kids are being turned against him. He's working 70-hour weeks just to stay afloat and is contemplating suicide. The comments aren't LOL simp. They're from other men. Hang in there, brother. I've been there. Here's a link to a men's support group. Don't let her win. I see a thread about loneliness. Dozens of men from their 20s to their 60s talking about a bone-deep, crushing loneliness I couldn't imagine. Men who haven't been hugged in years. Men whose only social interaction is with the cashier at the grocery store. They're not incels blaming women. They're just sad. They talk about the male disposability, how society only values them for what they can provide. If a man is a construction worker who falls to his death, he's a statistic. If a woman is harassed on the street, it's a national tragedy. They talk about the pressure to be strong, to never cry, to have all the answers, the pressure to be the pursuer, the provider, the protector, the pressure to initiate everything, from the first hello to the marriage proposal, and to absorb all the rejection along the way. I bring some of this up with Chloe and Brenda. Wow, so you're reading MRA propaganda now? Brenda scoffs. That's just a bunch of sad losers who can't get laid, Chloe adds. It's their own fault for being creepy. They can't see it. They won't see it. They see a forest of patriarchy, but they can't see the individual trees of male suffering that make it up. They can't see that the same system that tells women to be pretty and quiet tells men to be useful and silent, and that being told to be silent about your pain is a special kind of poison. Part 5. The date. After a month of this agonizing grind, I do it. Jax lands a date. Her name is Megan. She's a nurse. She's cute, seems smart, and she can actually hold a conversation. We text for a week. The conversation flows easily. We have similar interests. I feel a genuine flicker of excitement. I, as Jax, am excited for this date. We agree to meet at a brewery on a Friday night, 8 p.m. I spend the day as a nervous wreck. It feels real. I'm thinking about what Jax would wear, what he would talk about. I feel the pressure to perform, to be charming, to be the man she's expecting from the texts. 7:30 p.m. I'm about to leave my apartment to go to the brewery. I was going to sit in a corner and just watch her arrive, and then leave, to see if she'd show. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Megan. Hey, so sorry, something came up with my friend. She's having a crisis. I'm gonna have to cancel tonight. Rain check? My heart sinks. It's the flimsiest, most generic excuse in the book. I know it's a lie. My friends and I have used it 1,000 times. It's the polite way to say I'm not feeling it anymore, or I got a better offer, or I was just bored and you were a fun distraction. I feel this wave of emptiness. All that work, the swiping, the cringy bio, the endless, exhausting conversations, the navigating of tests and shit tests, all of it for this. A last-minute cancellation from someone who probably was never serious to begin with. And in that moment, I remember all the men I've done this to, the guys I've ghosted after weeks of talking, the dates I've canceled with a lame excuse because I was feeling lazy, the conversations I let die because I wanted him to put in the effort. I never once thought about what it felt like on the other side. I saw them as an endless, renewable resource of attention, a monolith of men, not as individuals with their own hopes and vulnerabilities. The cruelty of my own indifference hits me like a physical blow. I wasn't a monster. I was just a typical modern woman, and that was somehow worse. Part 6. The debriefing. I delete Jax's profile. I delete all the apps. The experiment is over. I write down my findings. Not for a blog post, just for myself. My thesis was shattered. My worldview was detonated. Dating for the average man wasn't easy mode. It was playing life on nightmare difficulty, with the tutorial disabled and all the NPCs set to hostile. It was a thankless, demoralizing, and deeply lonely grind. I meet up with Brenda and Chloe, my notes in hand. I try to explain it to them. You guys were wrong, I say, my voice shaking a little. It's not easy. It's brutal. The amount of rejection, the loneliness, the performance. They exchange a look. Honey, Brenda says, putting her hand on my arm in that condescending way of hers. You just got a small taste of what women have to deal with all the time. Men judging our looks, being objectified. No, it's not the same, I insist. We're judged on our appearance, yes, but they're judged on their entire existence. Their height, their job, their income, their confidence, their utility. We complain about getting too much attention, but they are starving from a lack of it. They're invisible. Chloe rolls her eyes. Oh my God, you've been brainwashed. You've developed Stockholm Syndrome for your own fake man. They laugh. They actually laugh at me. They tell me my data is anecdotal, that I did it wrong, that I internalized the misogyny. They can't hear me. The cognitive dissonance is a brick wall they've built around themselves. Anything that challenges the all men privileged, all women oppressed narrative is just discarded. I look at my two best friends and realize I'm more alone with them than Jax was on a Saturday night. I pack up my notes and leave. I don't think they've texted me since. So here I am. I tried to LARP as a man to prove he had it easy. Instead, I got a speedrun of the male dating experience. And it broke me in a way I didn't think was possible. I see men on the street now, and I don't see the patriarchy. I see the quiet desperation, the invisible weight they carry, the guy holding his girlfriend's purse outside a store, the dad pushing a stroller, looking exhausted, the old man eating alone at a diner. They're all just trying their best, in a world that tells them their best will never be good enough. My face when I wanted to write a feminist blog post. My face when I accidentally red-pilled myself into oblivion. My face when I now understand men's pain, and in doing so, I've completely alienated myself from the only world I ever knew. My face when I think I might be the loneliest one of all.